Okay, in today's video, we're going to be reviewing Whop, okay, versus Skool as a course creator. And I'm going to talk to you about my experience being on Whop, my experience being on Skool, my experience being on Thinkific, my experience being on Circle, and then ultimately, though, what qualifies me to even be talking about this. So my name is Rich. I am the co-founder for two tech bootcamps. So one of them is dedicated towards product management. Another one is dedicated towards helping people make a transition into tech sales or cybersecurity. So if you want to go ahead and know more about me, we got number 3. We're number 3 for top 10 online education programs for as ranked by USA Today. And then also, these are my YouTube channels right here if you want to go ahead and basically know more about me and those programs. But overall, I've been in the course game now for the last, I would say, 7 years, 9 months, quite a while. But we tried a few guys. So first things first is we tried Thinkific. At the same time, we were also on Circle. I did get a chance to basically pilot Skool almost around the same time that I tried Whop. So the first thing I'm going to be taking a look at is pricing. And in terms of pricing, Whop really wins because Whop doesn't charge you anything to start your own online community and to basically start hosting courses on Whop. With Thinkific, Circle, and Skool, I can't say the same thing. So if you go to Thinkific right now and you go to pricing, you basically have, these are all the different prices that you can go out there and choose, right? All these different things. And when you go to Circle, you basically have the pricing here. Now, I was on Thinkific and Circle for about the same amount of time. And the reason why we were doing it for as long as we did for both of them was, and I'll tell you guys why. With Thinkific, they had like a really cool online platform to manage a huge community, especially for a program like ours where we got to move people through different phases. The downside about Thinkific is that two things. Number one is they didn't have a mobile app. To the best of my knowledge, up until we left them, they still didn't have a mobile app because it wasn't on my phone. And they also, uploading was I don't even want to go into it, but like uploading courses in there was like very, 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 very difficult. It was very, very, very difficult. And like overall, they also didn't really have a community management platform where they had something where you could go out there and actually communicate, but it was just like their community feature was bad. It was so bad that we actually had a Slack until it didn't make financial sense because we put in thousands of people into our program every single year. So we basically had to get this guy, which was Circle. Now, Circle was cool, but I did remember when we were on Circle, they didn't really have this course feature. So this is why, like, when you have a course, usually, like, even like we played around with Kajabi for a little bit, they're either good with the course or they're good with the community, but they're not good with both. They're not. In that end, so we had to have two of them. And a lot of people, they'll have like a course maybe like on a Kajabi, and then they'll have like a course on like Discord. The community on Discord, or a community on like a private Facebook group. That's how it was run really, really, really old school. So this is actually when we decided to try Skool. And with Skool, so we tried to pilot this just for like a light edition. We had like 179 people out there. The thing about Skool that I thought was really cool was, well, Alex Hormozy. I'm a big fan of Alex Hormozy, right? But when you're uploading the videos, it's kind of like almost like a YouTube wrapper, because we do a lot of the recordings. As of right now, I'm doing the recording right now on Zoom. On Loom Video, LOOM, right? And if you take a look at this, like, we're uploading this link. So that link comes from some kind of Loom link, or we basically got to go ahead and upload it to like a Vimeo or something, but it's a link. You're not uploading the physical file. With Thinkific and Kajabi, you are uploading the physical file. So it's like it's a little bit more secure versus like this link here. People can go through all that kind of stuff. But that didn't really bother me as much. But then it comes down to also, well, why did we ultimately go with this? Well, we ultimately decided that we were going to roll with, go ahead and roll with Whop because it was just cleaner. I can't show too much of like, but we got 48 lessons just here right now. I can't go too much into this, but I think for a number of reasons why we decided to use this was it's just feels overall the aesthetic feels more fun. We can go out there and create multiple communities. That's the other thing about Skool is that if you want to get like we have one for cybersecurity, we have one for tech sales. Every single time you open one up, they charge you versus Whop. They do just take a percentage. So I feel like if we wanted to go out there and change the handle, if we wanted to change the name, if we wanted to change the target demographic, like we recently just launched an HVAC class for people that want to become air conditioners guys, right? Like it's just so much easier overall. But I will have to say this for Whop. And the mobile experience is flawless. However, what's not cool about Whop is it doesn't feel as responsive when you're on the desktop version. Not a major killer for us because most people are using it on their phone right now anyways. And I love the fact that they can go out there and interact. They can go out there and watch the curriculum and they can interact with each other on the phone. On the platform, and they don't have to go through two separate platforms. Like Thinkific, we never had access to a mobile version. It's 2025, bro. What are we waiting for here? But overall, the system was very, very, very clunky. And I think like what's cool about Whop is they really took and how successful they are. I mean, they're backed by like Chainsmokers and Peter Thiel, and then I also saw Kevin O'Leary and Iman Gadzhi. I think they really built it from the perspective of the course creator and the person that's actually hosting the community. What are all their freaking challenges hosting a course on here, and really solving all those problems for that end user versus like this is just a place for you to store video content and let people talk with each other. Now, I will have to say this, probably a bonus feature is that you can also go and launch, you can also go ahead and actually kind of launch a bounty where you can promote it. So the UGC aspect of it is actually also very, very cool too. We love that. So overall, if I had to go out there and rank, like where we teach people how to go out there and break into AI product management, HVAC, tech sales, cybersecurity, across all verticals, it's just been easy to use and access on the phone, and they really, really like it. And that's why we basically went out there to go for Whop. For, I would say, the traditional competitors in this space, probably 5 or 6 years ago, was either Thinkific or Kajabi was really battling it out. And then Skool came in and kind of took everybody's lunch. And then ultimately, it seems like Whop is taking Skool's lunch right now, and sadly, because I'm still a huge fan of of Alex Hormozi. But I would say the last thing that's pretty cool about Skool, about Whop is this. So I think the last thing that's really cool about Whop is you can launch these like user-generated content, these campaigns where you basically incentivize people to create clips and drive traffic over to you. The biggest problem to solve for a course creator, it's not, I mean, obviously it's important that your students or the people that you're hosting, coaching, they like your platform and they find it easy to use. But for us, our number one problem, shy of getting people their dream outcome running a course, is making sure we're getting the next batches of students that are coming in. It's easier to market this because now you can just launch a bounty and then have other people help drive that traffic over to you. It makes it so much easier. I mean, I think like anybody that's in the course game, the biggest problem to solve is how to get your customer's customer if you help get your customer more customers for your customer, you got a customer for basically for life. So I know a lot of people that still are on Skool. I know people are still on Thinkific and they're still on Kajabi, but having been in this game for more than 8 years, I could tell you this is probably the one. No platform is ever perfect, but I think whether you are hosting a community as large as ours that we've been running for the past 8 years, or you are just starting out, I would say Whop just makes it very easy. Because even with Skool, I mean, dropping $99 for some people, I imagine for a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing that when they're just trying to launch their program. Um, yeah. With that said, though, yeah, this is actually pretty cool. If you're interested in making a transition into AI product management, don't forget to go ahead and schedule a call. Love to go ahead and actually talk to you. All right. Thank you.